Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a general collective reading for all zodiac signs, okay, irrespective of whether you are a Cancer, Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, doesn't matter. But this will be a general energy check to see in the collective where your energies are after the retrograde happened and the start of the new strawberry moon that happened on the 24th of June 2021. So, in the collective, I wanted to see where you guys are going towards, what is happening. Now, this could be with your career, money, love, relationship, anything, but take it in the way it resonates with you, okay? I'm not going to break it down, guys. Just figure it out what it is that you're looking for. But this is a collective reading, so what is the collective working towards, or what is the collective moving towards after this retrograde happened and the new moon that happened on the 24th of June 2021. Okay, now this will be a timeless reading. I'm not putting a time on the story here. Take it in the way it resonates with you guys, but this will be just a general reading for everybody here. Now, to start off with, right, we have the Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day, new resources of money, time, or a support, a change in job or a promotion. See, beautiful. So this is a clearance of your old shadow energy, right? Whatever the shadow that you guys had with regards to your career, money, new resources in life, whatever that you guys have been planning, thinking, it's a new, fresh start that's building up, right? It's new manifestation of new resources, of money, of your time, or any kind of support that you guys are in general thinking about or have been thinking about. For some, there could be a change in a job. For some, there could be promotion. Anything can start to happen, right? Then you have the Six of Michael, right? Which is talking about it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Wow. So something is moving, guys. Something beautiful is moving. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel. Yeah, for sure. There is a fresh new start to some kind of a situation in your life, in the collective. Whatever you guys had been stopped from doing, whatever you had been working but could not get moving, there had been a lot of barriers, a lot of hurdles in the way, right? You will see the light at the end of the tunnel for sure. And therefore you can good, right? Where you can start to make new plans of relocation, travel, like I said, anything can happen for anybody here. Then you have the Six of Raphael. Embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. Yeah. So this is like the Six of Cups energy. So some of you guys might have been very, very tight within yourself. You had forgotten to enjoy life in general, right? Some of you had been suffering from a lot of nostalgia, nostalgic memories of your past. Some of you guys had been suffering from your inner child issues. Anything could have been possible. So something will move, that you will see the light at the end of the tunnel, guys, where you will start to rebuild, rekindle your relationships with people, get back the fun in your life, come back to your, having the childlike quality in your life again, right? Children or childhood, going back to old nostalgic places you haven't seen for a long time, people you haven't visited for a long time. Maybe some of you guys have not seen your old friends for a long time. You haven't gone back to them for a long time. So something beautiful is moving in the collective in here. Five of Michael at the bottom of the deck. The situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Yeah, yeah. So there has been something, guys, that was stopping you. And you will see that. Five of Michael, six of Michael. That's what they're telling you. It's time for you to get back in the collective for everybody, right? To come back to life again. So you had been holding on to certain things in life, certain situations in life that was not serving you. Period. Done and over with. Finito. Gone. Come back to life. That's what they're telling you. Page of Michael, an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. So some of you guys, like I said, could be moving into some new situation here. It will be a little bit of a challenge because you're kind of letting go of something that is no longer serving you to make way for something that you really want. But whatever you guys are going forward with or to, review your contracts or documents very thoroughly. It's like the page of sword energy. Don't just rush into it. Be very careful. Be very cognizant. Eight of Raphael. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. Yeah. So you guys are definitely. And then you have the Ace of Raphael. See? A positive new emotional experience. Fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insight. Yeah, you guys, but whatever y'all are doing, some of you guys are leaving an old situation for sure that doesn't serve you. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be any kind of situation, right? Some of you guys could be even changing homes. Maybe some of you guys had been having problem with your landlords if you guys have been renting. Anything, and you'll want to buy a new place. You're fed up of the old landlord, some of you, right? But whatever you guys are doing, there is something better waiting for you, and you know that, and you will know that. But it will be a bit of a challenge, because you're getting into something new. For some, it could be a new business, something new, some new entrepreneurship, right? Something that makes you really happy. But there could be legal documents, signing contracts and stuff like that. But it will be very spiritually fulfilling to you of what you're doing or what you're going for. Some of you are going for a new relationship, right? And y'all are inviting somebody new as a part of your spiritual union. So do know what is right for you, a spiritual quest. There is something better waiting for you in the collective. Some of you guys could be even thinking of joining hands with somebody you love and making a commitment there, right? Which is like the Ace of Raphael that brings in a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insight. Yeah, so there is something beautiful that is coming up in the collective, guys. But you have to be there will be a little bit of a challenge, to leave behind something that is no longer serving you and to move forward towards something that makes you really happy. Bringing back your childhood friends, reconnecting with your past lover, having new friends, building new tribes in your community, a new community, right? Rekindle the relationships with somebody you may have parted ways with for some of you. Children or childhood, some of you guys could be even spending a lot of time with younger people in your community, in your group. Children who make you happy, make you laugh, right? So there is a journey. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. You'll be able to see how things are going to turn out in your favor in the collective, basically, right? In the collective. So it's going to bring about a new experience in your life, a start of a new experience in your life that's going to bring back a lot of joy and happiness once again in the collective from a very difficult situation where you guys, a lot of people had been stuck because of the pandemic. A lot of people have not been able to travel. A lot of people have lost their jobs, have not found new jobs. A lot of people have not been able to meet their old friends or people they love because they have not been able to travel. They have not been able to move towards one another. So things are changing here. See, miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Yeah, there is something beautiful that's turning up in the collective here. People I am being looking at or I'm seeing right now as this as we speak right now. Okay, so let's see the message. Cleansing waters. Yeah, see, purification activates vibrant life. Uh, vibrant life force. There is a lot of detoxification, cleansing in people in general. That's going to, it's a miracle. It's a magic that's happening. Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure as you clean, as you release yourself, the collective. You will be able to move into your power because you will be able to detoxify, cleanse your soul, cleanse yourself completely, thoroughly, in order to move forward. Grace and gratitude, through gratitude, joy expands. Yeah. And the moment that happens, right? The moment that happens, there is a lot of joy and gratitude in yourself because you're stepping into power as you clean yourself, as you detoxify yourself from all the negative, bad energies that had been holding people for the past maybe a year, year and a half, right? Everything is going to change now, and it's starting to change because a lot of people have not been able to express their gratitude because they had not been able to step in their power, nor had they been able to cleanse themselves. Joy will expand. This is all the miracle because fellow travelers, support is all around you. Yeah, you guys will get a lot of support from different quarters of your life. As you detoxify, clean yourself, move into your power with joy, grace, and gratitude. That tells me that a lot of things that earlier you possibly might not have done is all floating back, where you will find that out of nowhere you get a lot of support from your people, from community, from friends, from lover, from somebody you're connected with, right? Anything that's bringing back that whole happiness of the Six of Raphael. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is the whole story in here, guys. There is a new start, a new build up, new relationship, new friends, new community, new love. Lot of support from people from different quarters. Could be job, could be new resources, could be anything that you had been thinking for a long time to expand yourself, to build back your self. It's all coming back to the collective in the right way, guys. Let's look at the Ace of Ariel here. It's a start. It's a start from today. It's a start from today. It's a manifestation, whatever. Even if it is just a matter of reorganizing yourself. Yeah. Where you had been, the collective had been out of power. See, there had been a lot of talk. There had been a lot of misinformation. But there had been no action in the collective because people, I'm talking about the collective, not just one, group of people. There had been a lot of false information that had definitely created the King of Wands in the reverse energy for people, where they have not been able to take the right call. They had been doing a lot of things wrong in general because of wrong information that they had been feeding into, or people had been feeding into them, right? So that is where things are changing. That is where, it's your lucky day. Things are changing. You're gathering back yourself in the collective Because a lot of false information, what happens to people, guys, is a lot of false information definitely creates misconceptions in people, right? So maybe some of you guys had been, some of you have gone through periods where people have said, oh, there is a job out there, I know, or yeah, you just can apply and do things, those kind of situations where lies have been told. Lies have been told, false information has been given. Some of you guys could have come across people who had been only speaking but not doing anything for you, because that person could have been in the King of Wand energy in the reverse, where they had been supplying you with false information, yet they knew that they are not doing the wrong thing, because the King of Wand, they are doing the wrong thing. Because the King of Wand in the reverse energy is a very bad personality. That's all I want to say. Is a person, is an energy who is extremely bad. Who is extremely bad. And this person or this energy can create trouble in people's life. Because this energy not only can lie to people, but this energy can also bring false information, because this energy doesn't want other people around him or her to succeed in their life. So they always want to pull the other people down, right? They want to pull the other people down so that this person can feel happy. Very narcissist attitude towards life. Very toxic and narcissist attitude. A person who, an energy that could have stopped you guys from moving towards your new path in life for the collective. Let's look at the Six of Raphael here. So this is where things are changing. Very narrow-minded, very sarcastic, very narcissist attitude towards life in general. In this energy here. Please talk to me about the Six of Raphael. Somebody who could not succeed by themselves and did not want other people to succeed. Yeah. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Look. Somebody who had been, a lot of people had been tied in that situation with money. Yeah. There could have been a lot of false information being passed on with regards to monetary situation for some. Or some of you guys could have been facing situation where there had been false information from somebody towards their own success story, right? But again, with love, if you guys are single, some of y'all won't stay single for too long. Y'all won't stay single for too long with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Things are going to change. But here is the deal, guys. There was somebody in the collective, from whom other people are moving away from. Because this energy that had been surrounding the collective had been bringing in a lot of hardships in your life. A lot of hardships in your life because this person had not been able to give you the right information, nor had they been able to have their own success in the right way. So they could have been pulling you down. So for some, I'm even getting that. They could have been pulling you down because they didn't want you to be successful in your own life. So they had been misinforming you about their own situation because they did not, there was a kind of comparison here. For some, I'm even getting that. Where because this energy had been comparing with somebody here. And some of you guys could have been sitting there when you have not been able to move or relocate or plan yourself well because of monetary situation that did not support you or was not supporting you with regards to the situation here. Okay, we'll clarify this, where somebody was very, very negative and toxic in your life as well. Let's look at the Six of Raphael here. You know, this person probably, or this energy, the Queen of Pentacles, yeah. And some of you guys have been very patient with the situation here. That's because probably some of you guys have been in love with this narcissist person or with this narcissist energy, right? And you have been patiently waiting for this person to change themselves towards a good situation in your life, right? So some of you guys have been patiently waiting for the situation to change. We'll clarify. Please talk to me about the Page of Swords in the reverse and the King of Wands in the reverse, where you have been stopping yourself from moving towards a new job, a new promotion. It also could be a boss for some who had been very narcissist towards you in the collective, who had been giving you false information of promotion, of success, and yet had not been doing anything towards you. And you have been patiently waiting for that promotion to come through, and yet you haven't, or a raise in your salary for some, right? Please talk to me about the Page of Swords in the reverse and the King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, it also could be a person with whom you have been working for a long time, and that person had been very toxic for some. Yeah, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, I'll make you happy, you know, I'll bring back the world to you. But oops, nothing. Nothing. Lovers in the reverse. Yeah, there is a complete disbalance situation here. It also could be a disbalance of a love and emotional relationship with somebody in your life, where someone here had been only talking about doing things with you and yet had not brought back the balance or the harmony in that relationship. And that relationship also could be a work-related relationship, or it also could be a romantic relationship for some people. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The Eight of Cups. Yeah. And some of you guys are quitting the situation. Or for some, there could have been issues of abandonment here. They were not ready to abandon that situation, even though they knew whoever it is in the collective, even though they knew there is nothing there. Some of you guys could not leave your old job, maybe. Even though you're not getting a raise, a promotion, you know there was complete disbalance and disharmony here with this kind of a personality that you had been dealing with in your life. And yet you could have found it difficult. Maybe you guys were scared. Some of you guys were scared to leave that situation because you were not sure if you could start fresh with something in your life. You know, there could have been fear of abandonment here, that you were not prepared to abandon either a bad relationship that is romantically with you, a toxic situation that you could have been holding on, right? For some, like I said, or it could be anything to do with your life in general. That could be even your relationship with your work, co-workers could be for some. The Queen of Pentacles, and you had been very patiently waiting for this situation here, where you found it difficult because of, some of you guys could have found it difficult in this situation to embrace back your inner child in the right way, because you have been very patient about a situation that you could have found it difficult to abandon here. And you were holding on to that situation and not moving into the place you had to move. Please talk to me about the Queen of Pentacles here. Because to me it looks like, guys, that many of you are in the collective. I'm talking about the collective. You guys were patient because y'all could have been okay with what you have in your life, right? But at the same time, you being a very patient personality, you said it's okay, I'm going to wait and see if things come back in the right order or in the right place. Please talk to me about the Queen of Pentacles here. So you have been very patiently waiting for things to change, either in your life or in some situation that you are connected with in the collective. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, see? There has been a lack of support, a lack of teamwork in your life in general. And yet you have been very patient with those people around you. It could also be a part of your collective in the work environment where you have not been able to get enough support from people in your life or in this time frame. And yet you have been very patiently holding on to that group because they could have been your kids for some as well, where you are the mother. And you have been very patient with those kids around you, thinking that they are going to come back and make you happy for some, right? For some, it could be your co-workers, your people you have been working with, where you had a lot of patience with people in general, even though you know that those were the people who were not giving you adequate support, and yet you found it difficult to abandon that issue in your life, in the collective. And, the collective had been hanging on to this situation in spite of the fact that things were not the right. And that's why they're saying, this situation doesn't serve you. This is a situation that is no longer going to serve you, guys. So release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Yeah. Please talk to me about the Lovers in the reverse. A lot of disharmony, a lot of disbalance with people in general that you found it difficult to move away from. You wanted to because you know that you had been done with that emotional part. You're not happy. You wanted to leave that 8 dented cups behind, guys. But again, could be fear, could be insecurity of something in your life that kept you bound to that same place. The Queen of Swords, yeah? And the clarity is going to come back. The transformation is happening here after the retrograde and the new moon. The Queen of The Queen of Swords is a very, very powerful energy, right? Who calls a spade a spade. She is the masculine in the feminine and the feminine in the masculine. She is an embodiment of both the masculine and the feminine for me. She's got both her yin and yang with her all together. And she calls a spade a spade. So if she doesn't like something, this change is coming over in the collective. Not only are you guys going to cut off people who have been wrong with you, who have been doing things wrong with you, but you're going to make it very clear with them that you're not going to encourage anything that's not going to serve you in your life anymore. Where you had been very patient with a lot of situation that you know had been toxic, had been bad, and yet you had been suffering in silence probably for some of you, but you kept holding on to that same situation because you had been unable to step into your power, to clean yourself, to step into your power, with your gratitude and joy, where you could find the right support. So definitely the collective is changing with the Queen of Swords here. Please talk to me about the Eight of Cups. This is a very, very powerful energy. I'm very happy to see that. It's like calling a spade, You don't care. If you don't like me, I don't like you. It goes both ways. But I'm going to make myself very clear verbally what I want from people and what I don't want. If I see anything wrong here, I'm just, boom, I'll take out my sword and lash out. That's what the energy is talking to me about. Please talk to me about the Eight of Cups here. So which means if I want to relocate myself, I want to move, I want to travel, I want to have fun, I want to meet friends, family, people I haven't seen for a long time, because I had been working with people who did not lend me any support, to move forward. I am. Eight of Cups in Eight of Cups, please. Yeah, and you're going to make yourself very, very clear about the situation here, guys. Very clear. Because see, the collective, they have isolated themselves from all these bad energies. They want to move away from that. They want to move forward. They have isolated themselves, the hermit in the reverse, because now is the time for their fertility, the Empress here. Yeah, and that is where the collective is coming. They're very clear about the situation. They want to bring back that growth, creativity, abundance, love, money, health, wealth, vitality, as I call the Empress card. Right? So that's what is happening. They are very clear. The collective is becoming very, very clear about the situation. Please talk to me about the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. It is an energy of my way or the highway now. For most, I'm getting. With the Queen of Swords energy. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. Yeah. The collective is all starting brand new, guys. They are all starting brand new. The Two of Swords in the reverse, the Ace of Swords, yeah. That overthinking part. A lot of people had been stuck in that overthinking. What I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, can I do it? Being curious, yet fearing to take that risk towards that situation because people had been scared in general of facing any kind of criticism or any kind of fear with regards to what their heart desire is. The Nine of Cups, their wish fulfillment. They had not been able to stand up against the collective, to tell the truth and make plans for their future because they were not being able to move, because they had not been able to have that magic. In the Magician in the reverse, they had not been able to manifest their heart desire, what their heart wants, because they had not been able to stand up against all odds with people in general and fight off the criticism and the negative energy that others are like, oh, you can't move, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that because, you know, you have responsibilities, you have this, you have that. No, no. That energy is not serving you anymore in the collective. And that is where you are going to be slowly moving forward and out of that Two of Sword energy in the reverse, where there had been, you know, for people, where they had been pretending everything is right and had not been talking about it, basically. Had not been risking to talk or communicate about their own situation in life, which is happening, which is happening, which is the movement that is coming up in here with the Ace of Wands, which is a brand new start for people in their life in general, guys. A complete new start for people in their life here. Please talk to me about the Ace of Ariel. The Queen of Swords, the moment I saw the Queen of Swords, I'm like, wow. The collective is moving towards their own bright side of the truth. Yeah, see? They didn't have, the strength was the part of the problem for most people. They had been using the wrong strength with the Five of Swords here. Yeah, they had been fighting a hollow victory with their strength, where they did not, you know, where they were not saying the truth. They were not communicating the truth, and when they were communicating the truth, they were communicating the truth in the wrong way for most of the people. Where this Queen of Swords is changing the whole scenario here for the collective. Please talk to me about the Queen of Swords here. People are just not going to stand up for what is wrong anymore. Eight of Pentacles, yeah. They're very focused on their own path. Most of the people, yeah, the Six of Cups, yeah. They're very focused on this, on rekindling their own inner child. They want to be happy. They want to mix around with people who make them happy here. They want to, you know, communicate with people who can bring back joy in their life. They want new friends. They want a new group. People, you know, who you can learn from. The young crowd of people, basically. Or some of you guys are rekindling your past relationships, your childhood friends, your childhood past romantic relationship for some. You're learning about the whole situation here in the collective. Because a lot of people in the collective have forgotten how to enjoy themselves. They have forgotten, you know, as we grow, we burden ourselves with too much of things that take away our enjoyment in life. What we did as a child, how we interacted with people, what made us happy, how we spoke, have fun, you know, over a glass of wine, beer, anything. Meeting old friends, learning from them, rekindling old childhood memories. Anything that kind of is bringing back where, you know, many of you will be cutting off old people, people who no longer serve you in your life, to make a new community happen in your life here. People who will bring back that sense of pleasure and joy, you know, a sense of love, lot of abundance, where somebody had isolated themselves. A lot of people had isolated themselves from their own spiritual growth. They had forgotten about the Empress energy. They had lost their way towards their own spiritual or creative growth in their life. Because they had been, like I said, there had been a lot of hollow victory here. With their pride, could be pride, ego, that the strength in reverse is talking about. A lot of negative pride, negative ego, pride, narcissist behavior, things that did not serve anybody, not even in the collective for anybody here, fighting towards a hollow victory, being over ambitious to be an overachiever, over ambitious. If that means I have to be using my animalistic attitude to cut people off, I will do that. That's where things are changing in the collective. Because what had happened is the collective had forgotten that they by themselves are individuals in their own right. They have the power to create what they want to create, not be dependent or codependent on people to bring them what they want in their life, basically. So that's the power that's coming back to people in general here, because they had isolated themselves from their own growth here. Please talk to me about the Empress here. They had forgotten, see, the Page of Rods, yeah. That spiritual understanding, the devil, yeah. A lot of people had restrictions in their life. They were not able to move out of that restriction and were finding it very difficult to balance back their own growth here. They had isolated themselves from growing, basically. Please talk to me about the Two of Pentacles here. Yeah, see, 10 of Wands. There had been a lot of pressure on people in general. They are burnt out. People have been burnt out. The collective have been burnt out, where they had isolated themselves from their own spiritual growth and abundance. They had forgotten how to be happy. People at large, and that's been my observation too, guys, that they have forgotten how to be really happy, how to bring abundance in your own life, how to grow and how to nurture yourself. Ace of Wands, please. And this is where the new beginning of life is showing up in here in the collective. The world, yeah. There is a completion of lessons in the collective here. There is a completion of lesson in the collective here where they have not been able to achieve their freedom. Because again, Magician in the reverse. Lot of cloudiness, lot of procrastination. Because people at large were afraid of following their own heart desire. With the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups in the reverse, they had been stopping themselves from following what their heart was calling out to them for. So there is a close and a beginning of a new life path in the collective in general from today onwards, guys. So this is what the story is happening. Let's see what the universe's message towards the collective here is. Please talk to me about the message from the universe here in the collective. Yeah, people had been under too much of pressure, had been doing wrong things for money, for survival, for anything, for love, but the right thing. And a lot of people are starting to look at life, or will be starting to look at life from a different perspective. completely with a brand new Ace of Wand, right? Because the collective is learning a lot of lesson or has been learning a lot of lesson where they have gone wrong in their life in general. So a lot of situation in the collective is changing, guys. Lot of situation in the collective after the retrograde and the new moon and the eclipses. Don't forget the eclipses we have had in the past month, right? A lot of things have shifted, moved. People are starting brand new as pandemic is getting, the situation in the world globally is getting better. People are getting their vaccinations. The movement will be starting. A lot of things are opening up slowly for every country. So a lot of new movement, a lot of lessons that had been learned during the course, for me personally, is during the course of this pandemic. People have eventually have come to their understanding of what they had been doing wrong in their life. That's it, period. And starting to look at life from a whole new perspective. What is the message from the universe for the collective here in this reading, please? What's the message from the universe? The Seven of Swords. What's the message for the collective? In the message from the universe for this reading. Wow, too many cards, guys. Hold on. The Seven of Swords. Okay. The Two of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, look. People had been thinking, the collective had been thinking, overthinking, over-strategizing in the wrong way. And every time they tried to move, they got held up in the Two of Swords energy. They were not able to clear. They were not able to strategize right. They were not able to think right. It's a logical energy of the mind. And every time, and it was a pretense that they were holding in themselves that everything is right while they were trying to move, but could not, because their intentions were not clear, what they wanted to do in their life, right? With the Eight of Cups, which is where the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Cups, where they could leave. And this is, see the moon here, both has got the moon here, right? So this new moon is starting a brand new phase for people as well. Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there is where, communication had been halted before because somebody had failed to have a closure. The world in the reverse with the Five of Wands in the reverse, where, there had been a situation where the collective had failed to learn their lesson well, which is a lesson they are learning. This is the message that it's time for the lesson to be learned. To agree, to disagree with people, but not fight them, basically. Five of Wands in the reverse is coming to a place of mutual understanding, to compromise, to have a closure of the old story, to forget about the past, and to begin something brand new, right? And for which the collective is definitely there is going to be communication. The air will be cleared for people in large. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, yeah, see? Where there had been situations where people have not been able to communicate in the right way because of a lack of stability in themselves. The Six of Cups in the reverse, yeah, where a lot of nostalgia had been holding people back in the wrong way, had been holding people back in the wrong way, when they had lost their touch with their own inner child in the right way. Justice in the reverse, yeah? Lot of dishonesty, lot of despair, lot of guilt had been holding the collective, that created an imbalance and a lack of stability in their own life and a lack of patience as well. So that situation will be cleared. And this closure will come, because this is a closure that has not yet happened for a lot of people. So that closure is in the way in the collective, where a lot of situation will be cleared with the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles, right? There are two knights taking action over the King of Cups, a slow and a fast moving energy towards the King of Cups, where it's a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, but it's an energy of people in the collective where it's time for them to express their emotions. So it's a fast and slow, two knights are out in here taking action over this energy here to release their emotions and express themselves in joy and gratitude, to find back their support in the collective in the right way. And once they can do that, they will find their closure, and the closure is coming, where there will be a compromise of their own situation towards something that they are moving towards spiritually in their life once again. To make a choice, to make a right decision, to take the right action, and to move forward in the right way, guys. Okay, so I will be doing a collective reading of this kind every week, irrespective of the zodiac signs from now onwards, so that we can all see how the collective is moving in the direction they are supposed to be moving. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys. Until we see you once again, till then, goodbye, God bless, have lots of fun, stay safe, and take care.